Hey everybody, it's Benny One, and I'm back at you with another movie review, everybody. And I just finished watching Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City, everybody. And you know what? When they when they announced that they literally, I swear it wasn't even a year after the last Resident Evil and the other franchise of movies came out, that they were rebooting this franchise already, and I was like, whoa, okay. Let's pump the brakes here. Like the other one just got over. But then I read that they actually were going to attempt to try and kind of tell the story from Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2 in the movie. So I was kind of like, oh, okay. All right. I actually I'm kind of interested in this because if they're actually going to try and follow the video game storylines, which the other movies did not really do, they went and did their own thing, and those movies were entertaining to me. I think they were entertaining. Are they well-made movies? No, a lot of them are not well-made movies. Some are better than others, and some are not as good as the others. That's for damn sure. But it went for a long time, and it was a successful franchise to a point, I would say. It was Mila Jovovich's baby. So, but yes, so I thought the premise was cool. I was like, all right, I'm in. Like when it comes out to buy, I'm going to buy it and I'll watch it. I'll check it out. I didn't go to the movie theaters. So yes, this follows the story of Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2. And I'm not like a hardcore Resident Evil fan, like the video games. Like I've played all of the games, all of the remakes. I enjoy Resident Evil. I enjoy playing the games. I like zombies. Zombies are cool. So I was like going into this being like, okay, we actually might get a faithful Resident Evil live action movie. And you know what? Honestly, I can say that out of all of the Resident Evil movies, because what is there, 7 now, I think, with this one technically? I think there's 7. This one is the most faithful to the source material of the video games. It's very, compared to the other movies, it's very, very faithful. I will say that they followed more of the second Resident Evil video game than they did the first one, but the mansion that was in Resident Evil 1 is in the movie, which I absolutely, when they walked up to that thing, I was like, ooh, yes. Because I played the remake of Resident Evil 1 on the GameCube, and that game scared the holy living hell out of me back when I was younger and we played that game. So, like, I got excited. So, and a lot of characters are in this movie. Claire Redfield, Chris Redfield, Leon S. Kennedy is in the movie, which I'm not really sure what they were doing with his character in this movie. He's like the rookie, and he doesn't even they make it, at some point in the movie, he literally doesn't even really know how to use a goddamn gun. Leon's a badass. Like, he's a badass in the video games. He's a bad mother, you know what, man, I'm telling you. So I don't really like what they did with him. Claire and Chris don't get a lot of screen time together. I thought their characters were okay. Robbie Amell plays Chris. I know who he is. I don't really know any of the actors that are in this movie, honestly. I probably have seen them in a lot of stuff. Jill Valentine is in the movie. Albert Wesker, and Ada Wong. And what they did with Albert Wesker, too, it was kind of different than the games. I don't know. It was the character choices were a little weird to me at points. And I will say this, too. This is most definitely, this movie had a very small budget compared to the other Resident Evil movies and compared to a lot of movies. The movie had a small budget. It's your B horror zombie movie. It's not there, and they know it. They're not trying to spoof you and be like, oh, we have this big budget and we're making this freaking video game movie. No, it's a low B horror movie about zombies and about Resident Evil. It really is. You could tell they didn't have a big budget. The special effects, the CG wasn't too bad. Luckily, they did it all at night and in darker scenes so they can make the CG look better. It didn't look too bad, but there were points where I was like, oh boy, you could tell this was a small budget movie. But they used practical effects actually a lot, like a lot more than I thought they would. Like they really did, and I think that helped with how the movie looked and stuff. I really do. Like, and you know me, I love practical effects, and if they can do practical effects and then sprinkle that CGI in there to make it look even better, I think it's perfect. It's the way to go. But yeah, they really only seem to use CG when they had to, which I'll give them props. Like for a low budget B movie, I'll give you guys props. If you're doing stuff practical and you're making it actually look pretty good, like I give you props. I thought the zombies looked okay. I didn't think they looked horrible. And the movie had good action. Like when it had the Resident Evil action from the games, and they recreated certain scenes from the video games, and I thought they did a good job with all that stuff. Now, the story, the story could have used some work. Let me tell you what, because it is by far the weakest part of the movie. The way some of the characters were written, the dialogue, the first like 45-ish minutes of the movie is exposition, and it is not handled very well, like at all. They could have done a better job with the story. But once we get into the action and the Resident Evil type stuff, like I thought it was good. It wasn't like horrible or anything, but I just feel like this movie, if somebody could have taken this script that they'd used and tweaked it and improved it in a lot of areas, and maybe brought on somebody that is maybe has more experience with these type of horror movies and action, maybe I feel like this movie could have been something really cool and really special. Like it really, I think it was a few tweaks and fixes here and there that like this movie could have, because I'm not blaming the actors at all. I am not blaming the actors. I thought they all did a good job for probably what they were given. So, but yeah, I feel like we had something here that could have been better, and I really can't imagine they're going to do a sequel to this, which sucks because I would like to see more faithful stories going along with this to continue it, but it is the most faithful Resident Evil live action movie we've gotten to the video games. I can say that. That's for damn sure. So I am going to give Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. The story is just, it's the script and the story really affect the overall movie just in general. So a 6 out of 10 for Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed that review. Thank you for watching, and be catching you on the tube laters, because I have spoken.